Good evening, all of you. Welcome to today's session on Python development training. I warmly welcome all of you to have a quick introduction of Python training program, what we have from Raj Cloud Technologies. And I'll also try to introduce the curriculum, what we're going to drill down throughout the program, and what all we're going to offer, what courses we have in the Python, what I train you, okay, and the cost, when is the kickoff date of the Python training program, all that, okay. So before getting into the program, I'll quickly show up this stuff. So we are from Raj Cloud Technologies. So this is a website, rajinformatica.com, where you can see all the list of the courses over here. Okay, so we have a lot of other courses we are offering. Okay, so this is all about Python full stack training. You can click on this Python full stack training. Okay, it'll take you to the Python development training, something like this, where you'll have all the information which is required for you on the Python development training, the curriculum, the major topics, what are we going to train you. Okay, you'll also have the option to download the full curriculum in the PDF format, and the different courses we're offering in the Python, like Python Basics, Python Advanced, Python Expert, what is the price of it, okay, and the links are the buttons to enroll them. And there is also a demo for the first batch, what we have, what we have given. So the demo is also given for, is also uploaded on the website to go through, okay. And the contact details to get in touch with for enrollment and get your credentials done, and the course sessions, to look through the course session. I mean, the when you enroll, basically you'll get a list of sessions in the Python fundamentals and database basics immediately. So the staff from Raj Cloud Technologies will help you on that, okay. And then going further, we also have YouTube channel, which is Raj Informatica. You can search for Raj Informatica in the YouTube. You'll get the list of videos to go through for different courses, all that. And as I just mentioned, okay, you can always go through this as a YouTube, which is uploaded, which is available in the YouTube as well. Okay, you can check on this the demo what we have given for the first batch. Okay, so now going ahead. So there's a second batch of the Python full stack training, which I'm going to kick off, a demo today. So I'll let you know all the details, in detail. Fine. So let's get into the Python training program introduction. Yeah. So these are the courses which we are going to offer in the Python full stack. We have Python Basics, we have Python Advanced, we have Python Expert. So Python Basics program, talks more about Python fundamentals, okay, database basics, Git and GitHub, and there is a project which is involved in Python Basics, okay, along with the MySQL integration, the database integration, okay. So the course will span around 1.5 months, okay. So, and it will go around, 70 hours. So it'll take more than 40 sessions to, to finish the Python Basics. Now coming to the Python Advanced, where you'll get all the Python full stack related stuff, which means you'll have HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and BOOTSTRAP, which is required for the web development, and also the Python front-end framework, the web framework, which is Django, and the REST API framework, which is Flask. Okay, and apart from that, the Python basics, whatever we have, I mean the Python fundamentals, database basics, Git GitHub. Along with that, in the Python Advanced, we will be covering the front-end technologies like HTML, CSS, all that, and Django, and then the REST API stuff, which is Flask. Okay. And then apart from that, you'll also be covering the unit testing and the projects around the Flask REST API and the project in the Django. Okay. So at the end of the course, we'll be discussing the interview preparation and all, uh, to to make out the resume for a different, experience levels. Okay. And how to, prepare for different levels of experience. Okay. And we'll assist all in such a way, okay, to make you ready for the interview. Okay. So that will be done from the Python advanced stuff. Okay. The interview preparation or the resume assistance and other stuff will be provided from the Python advanced onwards. It will not be given in the Python basics. Python basics is a pure fundamental program just to have a quick, learning about the Python basics. Okay. The Python advanced course will span across around 3 months course, where we have around 160 plus hours of learning. Okay, we have around 80 plus sessions. Okay, and each session goes around 2 hours of 2 hours of time. So mostly from 1.5 hour minimum to around 2 hours. Okay, not more than that. Now, coming to Python expert course, okay, which is actually equivalent to a certified Python developer program. What does Python certified developer program means? The curriculum what we have been covering in the Python basics and Python advanced, and the extra topics in the Python expert, like web scraping, data science, MLA basics, all that, which are pretty much enough, are pretty much required for the certified Python developer program. There is a certification for the Python developers. Okay, for that certification, it's from Microsoft or from the open source platform. So you'll have you'll have the two sponsors. I remember Microsoft, the other one I forgot. Okay, so the Python developer certification, you will be able to crack the content what we are covering here. Okay, and I can assure you, it's not that only the minimal content which is required for the certification. So it's a real-time program. I'll explain more about that in the coming slides. Okay, so it's more about the real-time training, it's more about hands-on training, it's more about day-to-day practice kind of training. You'll get the material, you'll get the video, the recorded one, you'll get the entire practice what we have done in the session, you'll get the project, all that. Okay, so you'll be provided with all sort of materials. Okay, with all hands-on, with all real-time, with all practice day-to-day sessions. Okay, then this course will go around 4 months of 4 months of duration, which takes around 200 plus hours of learning. Okay, and of course it takes 100 plus sessions. Okay, so these are the 3 different courses what we have in the Python development program, which is Python basics, advanced, and expert. Okay, and I'll take all the questions. We have questionnaire at the end of the session. Okay, most of the commonly asked questions I covered at the end of the session. Okay, after all, we will also have a interactive questions from all of you. You don't need to worry much. Okay, we'll take the questions from you. I'll try to sort out all your doubts, all your questions. Just stay in for 30 40 minutes, just to give you a good introduction about the Python development training and the courses what we are offering from the Raj Cloud Technologies. Then later on we'll have an interactive questionnaire. Okay, no worries, just stay on. Okay, yeah. I just would like to emphasize the course highlights are the uniqueness of our Python development training program. As I just mentioned, it's a real-time, hands-on, practice-oriented day-to-day sessions. Okay, theory is very minimal, very minimal. Okay, in a 1.5 hour 2 hour session, The theory will be not more than 10-15 minutes. Rest 1.5 hour. It's fully practice. It's fully hands-on. Okay. Unless it's a theoretical class, something to explain with a picture, something to explain with the notes, or something to explain with a example as such. Apart from that, rest of all the sessions will be mostly hands-on sessions. Okay. No, not much theory eating the time of the session, because the ultimate idea is to practice then and there in the session. The topic which we are discussing will be practiced then and there. Okay. Not it will not be given for you to practice, okay, as an assignment or anything as such. Initially I thought that to given an assignment during the first batch, but I know how it works. We'll simply listen, and then we'll some of the students will do that, some of the students will not do that. So what I decided is, whatever topics we discuss, we will practice then and there as a sample project, and that project also will be given it for you. So it's a fully hands-on real-time training program. Okay. And the topics we will be covering full-fledged. Okay. I'll show you all that, what we did for the first batch. Okay. It's not that, we have just a demo on this, I'm just, telling you all the, blah, blah about the course. It's not that. Okay. It's the course content quality, which we already delivered for the first batch. We promised the 60 sessions for the first batch, but we delivered 90 sessions, 10 more sessions to go. Okay. So 100 sessions we have delivered for the first batch. That means 40 more sessions we have delivered apart from what we promised. Okay. So we are very much committed. What we have promised on the demo, on the website, on the introduction day, the same thing will be delivered, more than that, without any doubt. That's the promise from the Raj Cloud Technologies. That's the promise from the Python development training program, without any doubt. Okay. Now, coming further, as I said, we'll also be doing the capstone projects in the particular domains. It can be a banking domain. Okay. It can be a online a training program, or a online training institute. Okay. Or it can be a insurance domain. Okay. So we will be covering the capstone projects also in the live sessions. Okay. In the live sessions, in front of you, the code will be returned to create the project. We have done the same thing for the first batch. Okay. All the Python fundamentals we have used to create a small banking application with the object-oriented programming, with the Python fundamentals, interacting with the MySQL database. For the Flask also, Python Flask, we have exposed a banking API. Okay, we have exposed a banking API for all the functionalities, the minimal functionalities like, banking functionalities like creating account, saving it, depositing the money, withdrawing the money. Okay. And creating the loan, granting the loan, all that, the basic functionalities, what we see in the daily day-to-day life in the banking. For that, we created a Flask API as well. For the JANGO also, we will be doing a front-end application as a capstone project to understand, along with the MySQL database. Even the Flask is also done with the MySQL. It's not a simulated data or a test data, what we just accumulate in the code and just written it. It's not like that. The data will go and sit in the database, and the data will be updated in the database. Data will be retrieved from the database. No test data, no simulated data. It's all real-time data. Okay. So even the JANGO, the front-end application, also will be doing with the JANGO and MySQL. If required, we'll also make use of Flask as well. Okay, the endpoints, how to consume consume a REST API with a web application. Okay, and then finally we'll have the interview preparation on the the resume preparation and the interview questions, all that for the Python Advanced and Expert course. Okay, so this is all about the uniqueness and the uniqueness of the course what we are offering. Okay, now I just wanted to quickly show you the curriculum. Okay, what we are covering. So this is the core Python, which is the Python fundamentals, where we are covering the the data types of the Python. Okay, and the different operators in the Python, the functions, modules, and the packages. Okay, and the optional arguments, keyword arguments. Okay, the list, the comprehensions, the list comprehensions, dictionary comprehensions. Okay, the generators and the decorators, very, very important, and the object oriented program. Okay, which will be discussed in depth. Okay, and the commonly used modules like collections, the date time, the regular expressions. Okay, the debugger, all that. And then we'll also be discussing on the GIL, which is global interpreter lock, and what is the role of global interpreter lock on the multi-threading and multi-processing and concurrency. How does it matter for the Python in order to have a multi-threading and multi-processing and for the concurrency. Okay, so we'll be discussing what is concurrency, what is parallelism, all that. And then I'm doing a real-time project, as I said, with the Python fundamentals and a MySQL database. Okay, so the sessions, the core Python itself, we have discussed around 35 sessions. Very thorough. None of the topics have been left. Okay, so 90% all the fundamentals, Python fundamentals have been covered. Okay, I'll show you all that. No need to worry. Okay, so this is our core Python topics, the Python fundamentals. And when it comes to Python Advanced, we'll have Python Flask and we have Python Django. Python Flask is something a REST API, a RESTful API. Okay, to have a functionalities exposed over the HTTP. It can be any domain. It can be insurance. It can be banking. It can be educational. It can be e-commerce. Whatever it is on a particular domain. Okay, a RESTful API will be exposed over the internet, over the HTTP protocol, which can be consumed by any application. It can be a console application. It can be a Windows application. It can be a web application. Whatever it is, you can consume the RESTful API, which talks on HTTP protocol with a JSON data. Okay, so these are the topics which will be discussed thoroughly, not missing out anything in the Flask. Okay, and in the Django also, the front end thing, we will be discussing initially what is a HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, all that. And then we will get into Django to understand the basics of the Django, the admin interface, how to create forms, what is the architecture of the Django, MVT, model view template, okay, how to create models, how to create views, how to create templates, okay, how to build up an application, how to create a forms, okay, how can we make use of the Bootstrap in the Django forms, how can we do the multiple, inheritance in the Django forms, okay, and authentication and the model validation as well. Okay, which will give you a plenty of information how to create a Django application, the web application, the front-end application with the Django framework. Okay, and then going ahead, so at the end, for the Python expert guys, we will be giving the database, the data science basics and ML and AI basics and introduction to the natural language processing and then the deep learning. Okay, it will not be very much deep enough. It's just on the the basic the machine learning models and the data science libraries we will be discussing. We'll not be spending not more than 20-30 hours in the in the learning of Python expert topics, because it is it is included as part of the full stack, just to give you a understanding of what are the other possibilities apart from Python fundamentals, apart from Flask and apart from Django. What is the other world in the Python exist, okay, with a minimal basic understanding, so that you can explore your stuff, furthermore, if at all you're interested into data science or ML and AI stuff, okay. And apart from these, the Python related topics, we will be doing database basics for you, and we'll be learning unit testing, all that, okay. We'll also be deploying the Flask and Django in the Linux environment, and we'll also be learning web scraping and the version controlling with a Git. So version controlling stuff, unit testing stuff, database basic stuff, Linux stuff, web scraping stuff, nobody is covering in the Python full stack course. You can go and check anywhere. You can go and check anywhere, okay. So this is the extensive course which you will be learning apart from Python, the required things which are, which are pretty much needed right away when you get into job. Without knowing version controls, where you go and save your code, how do you maintain your code, how do you version your code, the releases for the test cycles, for the for the production releases, all that. This is the basic thing the people should know. And the database basics, without knowing the database basics, how do you create a business application which will save the data, which will interact with the data, which will depend on the data? How do you do that? Without knowing unit testing, how do you ensure your code is working? Okay. This is something kind of mandatory. It is becoming and everywhere. You can cross check with any of the guys. And most of the Python applications, as far as I know, and as far as I did these many years, we will be deploying in the in the Linux environments, okay, not on the Windows. It's on Linux. It's on Linux, okay. The Ubuntu Linux servers we will be deploying. I'll just give you one demo to to deploy on the Linux environment, the Django application, and the and if required, the Flask as well, okay. And finally, the web scraping stuff will be covered in the course, in the Python expert course. So this is the whole curriculum, okay, what we will be covering in the Python advanced and Python expert. This is purely related to Python basics course. This is related to the Python advanced course. This is related to Python expert course. But the version control, database basics, unit testing, Linux and Linux stuff will be covered in the Python advanced also, okay. Not only in the Python expert, okay, we'll be covering these things in the Python advanced itself, okay. Now, so very interesting thing is what all libraries will be touching as part of the Python course, okay. What all libraries will be touching as part of Python course. So we will be we'll be covering the Flask. We'll be covering the Django. We'll be covering SQL Alchemy. Okay, in the expert thing, the database, the data science and ML libraries like NumPy, Pandas, Seaborn, Matplotlib, okay, scikit-learn, all will be covered in the Python data science and the machine learning stuff, okay. And the tools, when it comes to tools, we will be developing with the PyCharm and also with the VS Code as well. Okay, we'll be learning MySQL. We'll be learning, Anaconda and Jupyter, how to use that. We'll be learning Git GitHub, and we'll also be learning Nginx and GUnicorn to deploy a Flask or Django application. Okay, so these are the libraries and the tools which we are covering as part of the Python development training. Okay. Now, you may be hearing from most of, from many sources, from most of your friends, okay. You may be keep hearing that the Python is kind of trending and everywhere it is used, okay. So you should be knowing why it is like that, okay, why it's most trending, okay. So what is the reason behind it? So Python is an open source stuff. Python is a open source stuff. Anybody can go ahead and install it, the Python version. You can develop the application whatever you want. Okay, all the Python libraries. Okay, like the Flask or Django or data science, machine learning, AI, whatever it is, all the libraries are open source. You can install them. Okay, you can develop whatever you want. That's one of the foremost thing which is Python is why the Python is trending. And apart from that, Python supports object-oriented programming as well. It's more easy to learn. Okay, it has asynchronous coding. It has a very extensive, rich standard libraries to make use of for different kinds of applications. It can be a console application, it can be a web application, it can be a REST API, it can be data science, it can be machine learning, it can be visualization, whatever it is. You name it, you have it in the Python libraries. Okay, so that's one of the big reason Python, the Python capability is versatile. Excuse me. So the Python capabilities are are versatile. It has a lot many capabilities. It has a lot of you know lot of features, a lot of libraries, a lot of support from the forums. Okay, it's easy to learn like a plain English, not much syntax compared to C or C sharp or Java. Okay, it's with a minimal syntax like a plain English kind of instructions. So that's the advantage of the Python, why it is mostly used. Okay, now, so this is just to give you a glimpse of the companies, what where the Python is used, and why it's trending. These are the companies, just to give you one glimpse. Okay, but it's not limited to these companies. This is just you know once you know just to show you a list of companies, what we heard from or what we know. But right now, these are all the large scale, big MNCs. Right now, from small scale to medium scale to large scale companies, all the domestic companies, all the MNCs, you know, are using the Python like anything, are using Python like anything. So that's the reason it's trending. That's the reason it has lot many opportunities wherever you hear from, because the you know, capabilities are, the list of things it can do. Okay, and it has a lot of features. It has standard like this. It has good support from the forums. Okay, all that, because it's an open source. Okay, because it's a open source. Now this is just all about me. I'm Javeed. I have 17 years of experience. I played multiple roles throughout my career. Started from a associate software engineer. So I developed as a I did my career, as a developer, as a senior developer, as a tech lead, as a architect, as a you know technical delivery manager. All these roles I played. I'm pretty much fond of trainings. I somehow got some time from a couple of months back. After so many years, I have been or I had been giving trainings a couple of years back in the technologies. Then I got stuck with the multiple assignments from the companies. So right now, this Raj Cloud Technologies, from the known person, who is my classmate and childhood friend. So he offered me the chance of pursue my dream or my passion to give the trainings. Okay, what I've been working these many years. Okay, so this is all about me and my expertise, just to give you an introduction about me. Okay, Now, I don't know why this marks are coming. Yes, it's gone. I don't know. Somebody's trying to write something. Or okay. So this is about the Raj Cloud Technologies, who we are, and what are our credentials, what are our achievements. Okay, so we have been in the training industry more than 5 years. Started from with the Informatica training, okay, from Raj, and it has been evolved for years. And right now, as I just shown you the website, we have plenty of courses offered here. Okay, so we have plenty of courses offered here. So it can be Azure, it can be, it can be AWS, it can be Tableau, Snowflake, AI, all that. Okay. Even the Java is also recently been introduced. So we have been evolved as a mature training institute after working hard of, a couple of years. Okay. So we have been good expertise to, deliver the good courses with the highly experienced people, with the good content, with the quality sessions, with the quality material. Okay, that's the reason you have, very good feedback everywhere from for all of the training, training programs from all of the students. And we also have a good rating of, the students who got the job and who is getting the job, okay, right now as well. Okay. Now, so this is the place where you can get in touch with us. Okay, I have shown you the website rajinformatica.com, and for the Python course it is rajinformatica.com Python development online training. Okay, you'll get all the details in the Python training page. So you can inquire for us what and all details if you want, or you can straight away call, or you can WhatsApp. Okay, you can download you can see the glimpse of the major topics what we're covering. Okay, you can also download the full curriculum as a PDF document. Okay, here are the list of the courses what we have and how to enroll them. Okay, if you have any problem, you can always try contacting these numbers. Okay, they will assist you. And there is also a demo here, the Python introduction demo, what's been given. Okay, you can always go ahead and check it. Okay. Yeah. So the next batch, when we are going to kick off is the December 1st week. We're targeting to kick off the Python new batch. Okay, so December 1st week. The timings will be either in the morning or evening. So we'll be doing a quick polling now. Okay. Naveen or Mega, can you please put a poll here for the students to mark their priority? Okay. The first batch we have done with the timing of 7 to 9 p.m. Okay. So this time we'll also be considering in the morning as well, 8 to 10 a.m. So whichever is feasible for most of the students, we'll be doing, we'll be doing on that basis. Okay. So we'll be doing one of the other demos for all the students to take their priorities, and based on that, we'll decide either in the morning or evening. Okay. So when you enroll the course, you'll straight away get whatever course. It's a Python basics course or Python advanced course or Python expert course. Right away, you'll get the Python fundamentals and Python basics sessions, enrolled under your credentials. So you will be given a credentials, and you will be able to see the enrolled course in your credentials on the rajinformatica.com. So you need to log in there. You will be able to see the course, what's been enrolled. Okay, the credentials will be given for you. And after the enrollment, you will be immediately able to see the Python fundamentals and database basics. If at all any problem, you can always get in touch on these numbers. They will assist you to give the access to those sessions. Okay, so whoever joins immediately, okay, they will also be getting the Python fundamentals and database basic sessions. The Python fundamentals around 30 sessions, around 30, 35, and database basics around 10 to 20 sessions. You will be right away getting, and also you'll be getting some discount as well, whoever joins. Okay, before the course commences. Okay, so whoever joins immediately, they will be getting this. They'll be getting this, uh, the course enrollment, and also some discount as well. Okay, so you can always avail this, as early as possible to enroll your course and to check out the sessions. Okay, and go through them before the December 1st week, when the course when the course will be kicked off. So by the time the course will be kicked off, you can enroll, you can get these sessions. Okay, you can get this discount, all that. Okay, now I'll quickly take you through the FAQs, the most commonly asked questions over last couple of months and before we start the first batch also. Okay, so I try to summarize a couple of questions, mostly what people will ask, and we'll see at the end of the session the interactive questions. Okay, so before that, I'll quickly show you. Sorry guys, there was just a glitch. So we have a protected browser, which is Xvast, where you have to log in the Raj Cloud Technologies and to see your enrolled course, all that. The Xvast will be shown. If at all we try to present, it will become a blank because it's a protected browser. Okay, I open the same thing in the Google. Okay, Google Chrome. So I believe right now everyone would be able to see here. So here, as I just mentioned, okay, in the Python training, for the first batch, we have covered around 35 sessions, only the Python fundamentals. Okay, and we have covered the GitHub. Okay, we have also done the Python and MySQL interaction. Okay, and Python, the Flask also we have covered as part of the Python basics. That's only for first batch. But from the second batch onwards, Python Flask will not be covered in the Python basics, only from the Python advanced. So the Python fundamentals, database basics, and GitHub, and the Python and MySQL interaction will be covered in the Python basic. That itself will come around 40 sessions. Okay, so this is the Python first batch sessions, which you can see now. And then Python Flask, which will be covered thoroughly to create the sample projects, to create the banking APIs along with the authentication stuff. Okay, you can see all this. Okay, and we also covered how to consume the RESTful API. Okay, with the one which is exposed. Okay, the RESTful API, the banking API, which is exposed and which is interactive with the database, is consumed in the Python. Okay, and okay, and and push the data, update the data, fetch the data, all with a RESTful API. Okay, and then apart from Flask, okay, so in the Django also, the Python front-end framework, when it comes to Python front-end framework, you can't directly get into the Django framework because which is a web framework, which is a front-end framework. You should be knowing the HTML basics. The HTML basics also covered here. Okay, and then the CSS basics also covered here. The JavaScript basics thoroughly covered to help you learn the extensive frameworks on the JavaScript. It can be Express, it can be React, or whatever it is. Around 61 to the 80 sessions, 20 sessions have been discussed only the JavaScript basics. The HTML, JavaScript itself have been discussed around 1 month, around 1.5 months. Okay, this is a request from the first batch students, sir. We want the HTML, CSS, JavaScript as well. So, which actually made me to kill 1.5 month time, which is 30 to 40 sessions extra, which are not supposed to be given these many sessions with this much of detail. But whatever we have promised, we have given more than what we have promised. Okay, so these are the sessions which are readily available sessions with the material, all that stuff. I can also show you quickly. Okay, any session you open, if it is a consume RESTful Flask, okay. So there is a API project here. Okay, you can check out the project. Okay, you can check out the project app.py. Okay, you can see the code here. Okay, so like that, for every session you'll have plenty of plenty of practice projects, all that. Any session you open, You will be given the material, you will be given the enough practices like this. Okay, enough practices. And you'll also be given the, if I show you any other thing, so you'll also be given like the material like this. I'll just quickly open and show it to you. Okay, the entire material will be given it for you end to end with the sample code, with the practice, with the details. Apart from this, as I have shown you, okay, any session you can open, all that you'll get. Okay, when you enroll also, all the sessions, readily available sessions you will be getting. Okay, you can go ahead and check the materials, the practice, the projects, all that. Okay. So like that, every session you'll have the plenty of practice. Look at here, the session number 31. Look at here, how many practice. These are all the practices which we have done in the session, not given to the students. In the session, the practice have been done. Okay. Any session you can open, any session you can open. Okay. Anything, you will be given the material, you will be given the enough practice. Okay. The material will be given thoroughly for you. What is HTML? What, how it works, the basics of talking, the HTML, all the examples. Okay. Extensively provided the material for you. Okay. We will go through the material thoroughly, one topic, the other topic, with the sample code, with the syntax, and all these will be covered in the session. Okay, those practices will be updated immediately after the session for you, the recorded video, the material, okay, which we have explained during the session, and the practice which we have done during the session. So everything will be provided as a material for you, thorough material. Okay. And then so after HTML, CSS, JavaScript, we will also be doing the Django. Django will be in last session is left over, which is the 90th session. And then 7 to 8 sessions are left over for the Python expert stuff, which we'll be covering, in the coming week to close the first batch stuff. And the December first week onwards, we'll be kicking off this next batch. So we have the 100 sessions of, full learning Python full stack program, which is readily available for you as a cakewalk. As a cakewalk, nothing to worry. Even if you do not attend, if you miss to attend any one of the sessions, the things are readily available. You don't need to wait for me anymore. You don't need to wait, for the session to happen, because the material, the session, the practice, the project readily available. Okay, we'll be giving you as and when you enroll the course. Okay, and of course, I will be there for the second batch also for the live sessions as well. If you miss any of the sessions are readily available for you to go through. Okay, so that's the advantage from the second batch people, whoever joins. For the first batch people, sometimes I might be not available due to my health conditions, due to my the company assignments or whatever. Okay, we'll get 3 to sometimes 2-3 days or a week gap. But from second batch onwards, we will not be getting any such gaps, any such disturbances, any such inconvenience. Okay, because things are readily available, readily readily prepared. Everything, the material, the practice, the project, the recorded session, everything is ready. Okay, you just need to enroll, make use of the course, all the live sessions, all the recorded sessions. You put your focus, you work out the stuff, you practice the stuff what's been explained. Okay, undoubtedly you'll get a job and you'll have a good career without any doubt, because 100 sessions, 200 plus hours is not a joke. It's not a joke. And I am sure for this price nobody's giving this much material. Okay, and this much time for all the sessions. You can check out the Django also. This is the Django project which we have done in the recent session. Okay, so this is the Django project. So the forms project which we have done, the front end thing. Okay, and there's a material for Django. Look at the material. It's not 1 page, 2 page material. All the topics will be covered. I'll show you how many pages it is. It'll take time. It's around 89 pages, I believe. It's 78. Still, it's waiting. Okay. around 85. Okay. So this is all about Django, discussing thoroughly for you all the topics of Python Django framework. Okay. Because I'm just showing you all this to give you a good confidence that we will not be doing a course just like that, a simple course to give you, a slides show of 5 to 10 slides and give some, give some introduction and give some sample practice, and and that's all. You go ahead and try yourself. You go ahead and read yourself. It's not like that. If you read our material, if you listen the session, if you practice what we have practiced, and if you do what the project we have done, that's pretty much good enough for the interview thing, more than enough, without any doubt. Apart from this course, if the interview questions also will be given you in the document also, and also we'll have separate sessions for the interview questions. Okay. So if you attend the interview sessions and go through all the document and understand the questions along with this course content, undoubtedly nobody can stop you to get a job in the Python full stack. Nobody can stop you, because this is an extensive learning. It is an hands-on learning. It's a real-time project oriented, okay, day-to-day practice oriented learning. It's not a slide oriented program. It's not a theoretical program anymore. Okay, any such. It's a fully hands-on program. The things are in front of you. Nothing is hidden. Nothing is, nothing is, it's not a story or it's not a promotion as such. It's a real thing which we have done with 100 sessions of Python, a 200 plus hours full stack training, end to end, with the material, with the project, with the interview questions, all that. Undoubtedly, you will get a job if you are thoroughly practice what we have done in the session. Okay. And apart from that, we will be giving interview questions and interview session. Just go through them enough. Enough means enough. Because I have 17 years of experience. I have 6-7 years of experience only in the Python. I know how much is required to get the job. Okay. I know how much is required to get a job. It is more than enough. It's more than enough. Okay. Yeah. Now I'll come to the questions. So I'll quickly go through these questions. Who can join this course? Of course, it started from Python fundamentals. It started, we'll be discussing database basics. We'll be discussing Python basics. Okay. We'll be doing advanced. We'll be doing expert. What does it mean? From basics to expert means anybody can join. It can be a fresher from the college. It can be a college passed out students, or it can be, pursuing students from any engineering background, MCA, BCA, or BSc computers, BCom computers, whatever it is. Or it can also a IT professional with whatever experience from 0 to 10. Okay. Whoever would like to transform their career into Python, also they can join, because this is not a 10-20 hours session or 10-20 sessions or 30 sessions. It's not like that. I have shown you it's a 100 sessions, 200 hours program, extensive program, which are where we have discussed topics thoroughly with the practice, with the material. So it's for everyone. Just grab it and consume it how much you want. If at all you have doubts, come back to me. I'm there for you. Okay. Now, the topics, no need to explain. I've shown you everything. The curriculum I have shown, the batch sessions I have shown for the first batch which I've done. I don't need to explain anything much. Now, why Python is in high demand? This also I've explained you with a clear slide. How the market openings, because it is in high demand, because it has good capabilities, of course, without any doubt, it has good opportunities compared to any other technology in the IT industry currently right now, across the world, not only in India, anywhere. Okay, so why the full stack is called as fundamental? Many people will think that if I can learn data science right away. I can learn machine learning, artificial intelligence right away. What do you do that after learning that without knowing Python fundamentals? How to write a Python console application? How to create a a RESTful API to expose your functionalities, how to create a visualization project with the Python fundamentals. Okay, data science, MLA, it has its own libraries, but you should be knowing how to consume it in a project, how to create a project, okay, how to write the Python code. So without knowing Python fundamentals, RESTful API or the web framework, to put in all these things, either the data science or visualization, artificial intelligence stuff to create or the consume, you should be knowing the Python full stack fundamentals without any doubt as a prerequisite. Okay, so if at all somebody will tell, just straight away learn, you just go through 5 to 6 hours and see how much you understand. Okay, and then come back, learn Python fundamentals, and then you go back to that and see your learning pace and see your level of understanding. That's the reason. Don't believe any people just blindly. Without learning ABCDs, it's something that you'll be trying to read a book. It'll be like that. Okay, without knowing ABCDs, without knowing words, you'll be trying to read an English book, which is not possible, which will be so much complex, so much difficult. You'll not be able to match what you're trying to learn and what you're going to try to put in all these things after learning. So that's the reason Python full stack program is a fundamental course for any Python advanced stuff. If at all you want to become data science or ML engineer or A engineer, whoever it is, whatever it is, you should be knowing Python full stack. Okay, then only you can become a proper Python data engineer or Python developer in any of these fields. That's the reason Python full stack is a fundamental course I can call, and it is. Okay. Coming to next question is the interview preparation? Yes, the interview preparation document will be given it for you, and it will be uploaded in the website, whoever is enrolled, and we'll also have a separate sessions on the interview topics. Okay, without any doubt. And real-time projects, yes, I've shown the Python fundamentals, I've shown the Flask, I've shown the Django. Okay, all the practices, all the projects I've shown. Okay, for the first batch, what we have done. So now, no hide and seek. Everything is transparent. Everything is in front of you. Okay, what about placement? We will be assisting you in terms of resume, in terms of interview questions, or in terms of interview preparation. Okay, not in terms of a job guarantee program or something like that we have companies are to send you a profile and straight away to hire. No such false promises we wanted to give you and make you trouble. No, it's only the job assistant program, not a job guarantee program at all. So we will be making you ready in terms of the content, in terms of the resume, in terms of the interview preparation. Okay, and also assist you in terms of collaborating with the consultancies, what we know from the Raj Cloud Technologies site. Okay, so till that part, we will be making you ready for any interview. Only thing left over is to do a interview from your side, what you have learned. Okay. Yeah, I answered this question. Is it a job guarantee program? No, not at all. It's a job assistance program, which I just explained you. Are we justifying the course? Of course. Of course, I've shown you the curriculum. I've shown you the number of sessions, what we have done. I've shown you the content. I've shown you the projects. I've shown you everything. Okay. We are justifying the course price more than it's worth. Not that. Okay. You can go ahead and compare with anyone. For this price, nobody is offering this much content with this many hours of session. Okay. With this much of material and this much of practice and this many practice projects. Okay. And what kind of opportunities you can, of course, try for a Python developer, Python full stack developer, Python front-end developer. Okay. Or if you are interested, you just spend little more time with our data science and MLA stuff apart after this course, and you will be able to grab data science, ML or A engineer stuff also after this course. You may need to spend another 1-2 months mostly, okay, to to explore yourself a little more on the data science and MLA stuff to become a ready for the interview. Okay, or to transform yourself as a data scientist or a MLA engineer. Yeah. How about data science and other roles? I explained you this also. And how much, the packages we can expect for the Python guys. For the freshers, 3 to 6 lakh. Around 5 years of experience, you can quote 15 to 25 lakh. For 10 years, 30 to 40 lakh. For 15 years, you can ask for 40 to 60 lakh. This is the Indian packages. If you're trying for the abroad, either the Europe or US market, you can also ask more than this if you're proficient enough, if you have, good expertise. Okay, you can demand what you want based on this experience more than this. This is the Indian packages. You can demand more than this because that comes in euros and dollars. Okay, these are INRs. Course completion, yeah. So it's initially for the first batch, what we have told is 1 month for basics, 2 months for advanced, 3 months for expert. But it has not done like that. Basics itself, it went for a 1.5 months to 2 months. Advanced, it went to around 3 months, 3.5 months. Expert, it went to 4 to 5 months. Now the sessions are ready, available. Okay, that's the reason. It's a fixed time of 1.5 months for basics, 3 months for advanced, 4 months for expert. Without any doubt, it will be done because things are ready, available for you. Even though I have a gap of a week's time or 2-3 days if I'm not available, you still have the stuff to go through and get sessions to complete. Okay, so you don't need to worry on the course completion at all. Now, coming to the communication skills, which is very important. People talk more about their local language. Okay, so that's the reason. Even though during their engineering, even though in their companies, they're more comfortable talking in their local language, especially the South Indian people are some state from even the Northeast. Okay, Northeast states. So better to talk in English until you're more comfortable to talk whatever you want fluently. Until that, you should be able to practice it at least to get a job. Until you get the job, until you become comfortable in the colleagues to talk with on the technology or on the common day-to-day activities, what you do in the company. So stop talking in the local language, start talking in English, get familiar with as much as possible, which is very much required in the IT industry. Okay, so that's on the FAQ side. Okay, from my side, thanks a lot for listening. Now I'll ask Anil to enable all of the people to put the questions either in the chat or you can ask me directly. You can enroll the courses right away to get some discount, to get the Python fundamentals and the database basics right away enrolled in your credentials. Okay, now the questions type, you can ask anything. anything about the Python course, anything about your career transformation, whatever you want, you can ask. Yeah, black screen, I told you, that's the Xvast browser, which is a protected browser. When I try to share over the Zoom, it gives the blank screen. Okay, Anil, can you please allow all the people to, otherwise can I do that?
Yes, sir, I have provided the access to unmute themselves.
Okay, so anybody can ask any questions, anything on the Python. You can also reply on the timing stuff, which is feasible for you. We'll take a survey, either of the, which is most, voted by the people. We'll go for that. For the first batch, we've done 7 to 9 p.m. Okay, we're considering morning time also for the second batch as well. That's the reason. I think people who have left early, they missed a lot of things. They might be thinking it's a simple demo, just to promote their course. It's not that way. It's not that way. That is with someone else, not with Raj Cloud. Okay. We are pretty much committed to give a real-time training course. Okay. Yeah. Any questions? It's not a promotion.
Yeah, the actual training will be going to start on December 1st onwards, right?
Yes, of course. Yes.
That will be both morning and evening.
December first week we are no. Either of the timings. So for the people, for for many people, which is comfortable, we'll try to we'll consider that time. Yeah.
Along you are going to explain about the real-time projects only in Python.
Of course, I've shown you. Of course.
Okay.
Of course. You can check on every topic we have a practice. Okay. So there's a Python, there's a Flask RESTful API bank app. Okay, I'll show you the MySQL also. Python MySQL SQL Alchemy with the database integration. Okay, you can look at the Python MySQL practice, which is a which is a person table. Okay, so this is something a real-time one which we will do. Okay, in the session itself, it'll take for the project sessions, it'll take 3 to 4 hours. Okay, so we'll try to engage with the students on the live itself. You can check anything, any other Python SQL Alchemy, MySQL. Okay, look at this. These are the basics. Basics have been discussed first with the with the session, with the topics, and then we created a project here. Okay, and I also shown you the logging stuff, the OOP stuff. Also, we have done enough thing. Logging module. Look at here, how much practice we have done. This is all real time. Nothing is theory. No theory. Any session you can open. Any session you can open. It's a full practice. I'll open JavaScript, any session, full of practice. Okay, there's a material, there's a practice. Anything. This is Django projects I have already shown you already. Okay, so this is the last session of the JavaScript basics. Look at this, how much practice we have done on every topic. The session 80 on the JavaScript. This is all done in the session. Nothing is given to students. All in the session itself. Yeah. Any more questions? Somebody from chat. Can you reply for Bill question? How much experience we can put? You on the Python, you can put from 0 to 5 years. Whatever your experience, you can convert from last 0 to 5 years based on your current experience. You can convert from 0 to 5 years of experience into Python in your projects, and then present that profile accordingly. Yeah. If you have 5 years of experience, you can convert. You can present your profile that last 2 years you worked with Python, and other 3 years you have your old technology. If you have 10 years of experience, you can put last 3-4 years you have done on the Python, and then other experience into your old technology and old projects, like that. So it is what it is. It gives the content and the practice and the learning what we did. It is equivalent to 0 to 5 years of experience to present your profile without any doubt. Next question. So Django project, final project we're yet to do, which is a 90 session. Okay, which is yet to do. Maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow it will be done. Yeah. With that, we'll be closing the Django. Python Advanced. But till now, even here, every session is a project. Every session. This function-based views. You can open it. There's a project. CRUD project. Okay. There's a project here. Look at here. There's a project and there is an app. So there's the project. And this is the app. Okay. Django app. Like that. Every session has project. Any more questions?
Yeah, I am into like database side actually.
Okay.
I have 6 years experience.
Okay.
I am into like I know like ETL Informatica as well as Snowflake also. How can I move to the Python actually? This is going to help my field like data engineering field or which one? Like that. And my question is because they are also asking Python. I need to
Okay.
do like full stack or basic is enough for me. My question is.
No, you will not be needing full stack, because full stack is for the Python developers who wants to say for example a .NET full stack guy or a Java full stack guy or a web development guy, a front-end developer guy who wants to transform or who want to get in, or who is a fresher who wants to learn Python full stack end to end. For them it is valid. But being a Snowflake guy, being a ETL guy, there's no point of learning full stack. There's no point of learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and Django.
What I am saying is for Snowflake data engineer.
Yeah, Snowflake. For the Snowflake, Python fundamentals are required. Okay. Okay. I mean, I'll put it like this. For the data related job profiles, Python fundamentals and Python data science related libraries and Python ETL related libraries are required. Okay. Not HTML, CSS, Django. HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Django is for the a web framework which is useful to develop a web application. You will not be developing web application anymore in your job profile. Okay. You'll be all dealing with the data. So in order to deal with the data, you need to write Python program. To write Python program, you should be knowing Python fundamentals first.
That is enough, right? To write the program, fundamentals is more than enough.
Python fundamentals and the data science libraries. See, the ETL guys, yes, in the expert, we have data science libraries. We have data science. So I'll quickly show you the data science libraries in the curriculum. Okay, so see, the data science libraries, we have NumPy, Pandas. Okay, data visualization like the Seaborn, Matplotlib, Plotly. These comes as part of the data science. Okay, data engineering thing. Okay, and scikit-learn, scikit-learn is a machine learning. TensorFlow and Keras is for artificial intelligence libraries. Okay, NLTK is for natural language processing. So these libraries will help you for the data engineering and the machine learning stuff, which are required for the data, data related jobs, like who wants to use the Python in their project, who wants to explore the Python related opportunities, who are doing the ETL stuff. Okay, for them these are required. Okay, these are required, not the Django. Okay, not the HTML, CSS, JavaScript anymore. So Python fundamentals are required. Python data science and ML libraries are required for the data related guys. Okay. Yeah.
But without knowing full stack like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, we can able to learn like NumPy, Matplotlib, and these things. Libraries.
Of course. Python fundamentals, if you know, you can straight away learn this.
Okay. Thanks for clarity.
Yeah. Not required.
Okay. Thank you. For both this combination, how much the cost will be, like basics as well as these libraries?
Okay, you can talk to them. It will be a customized thing because you will not be covering Flask and Django. You will be taking Python expert topics and you will be taking Python fundamentals, Python basics course.
Libraries,
yeah. So basically, you are taking Python basics course, which is a cost of 10,000, and you are taking Python advanced topics, which is cost of 5,000. So based on that, they will adjust.
Okay.
If you take full course, it's 25,000. You are not taking full course, which is Flask and Django. You don't want, then. So the advanced topics they will skip. You need to join only the Python basics course, and you need to join only the Python expert topics. That's all.
Okay. Thanks for clarity.
And I also have a few questions. Will that
Yes.
cover Jupyter and all this PyCharm,
Yeah.
GitHub, MySQL?
Entire Python fundamentals. Okay, not entire. Up to 10-15 sessions, I'll show you. Up to 10, okay. Up to 10-15 sessions, Jupyter. And then we'll learn OOPS and all. OOPS, multi-threading, all that we do with the PyCharm. Okay. The Flask also we do with the PyCharm. Once Django is HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Django, we'll do with VS Code. You can also do with PyCharm, but we did VS Code also, so that people will learn both. So
Yeah. But here, even for me, I'm looking, actually right now I'm working as a data engineer, but
okay.
I don't have the fundamentals. That is why I'm losing somewhere. So for everything, I have to
Yeah.
go and check.
Search in the Google, okay, how to
Yeah.
write this, how to write that. Okay. Trying to get the code snippets from the,
Right.
basic, mostly
Yes.
from Stack
Yeah.
Overflow. I
Yes.
know. Okay. So yeah. So I mean, the either the students or the working profile. I mean, not the students, the working people who are who are in the data related stuff. Okay, like ETL stuff, or they're currently working data engineering, or data related, visualization stuff, or the data engineering stuff. Okay, or the ETLs related stuff. Okay, either the Informatica, Snowflake, okay, or Power BI or whatever it is. If they wanted to learn the Python, better learn Python fundamentals. Okay, so that means the Python fundamentals means this is the Python fundamentals. Okay, so this is very much required to write any Python program first. Either it can be a Flask, it can be a Django, or it can be a data science, it can be ML, AI, okay, natural language processing, it can be a ChatGPT program, whatever it is. First, you should know all these things. Without knowing, you can't write a program. First, you know all these things, then come back to learn this as a data guy, as a data related job profile, guys. Okay, this stuff, Flask and the Django, you can learn the Flask. Nothing wrong in learning in Flask, because the people has to expose the APIs. Flask, the APIs. What you have done, say for example, you have a project where you need to expose a API to extract the data, okay, which does something on the numpys, which does, which extracts the results out of ML model. You will basically you write a console application, okay, in order to run as a service the ML model or a data model, okay, or a model, okay. So the service which has run on the test data, which is a huge, which takes some amount of time. That's the reason it run as a service. It run as a console, and the results will be put in some place, either in a tabular format, either in an XML or in a file. But of course, you need to expose some API to grab that data, or to grab the results. Okay, what you have done out of your models, out of your data. There may be required the Flask to expose, to create an API with an endpoints to consume by someone else. Okay, but Django, ultimately, without any doubt, you don't require. You will not be developing any front-end application as a data guy. Okay, you will not be doing any the ETL guys, especially, I'm telling. But if you are a full stack developer who are involving, to create a data visualization with the web application, of course, they need a front-end framework to put your visualization stuff in a web application. So then you require the HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Django. If you are not doing any web application stuff, or if you don't want to do in your day-to-day or in your job profile, even going further, then it's only required the Python fundamentals, and it's only required the data science stuff, data science libraries, all that, MLA libraries, and it may be required the Flask API. Okay, that's the least part which is required. Okay, so apart from that,
Suggest for the data engineer only Python basics, that means fundamentals and advanced.
Python fundamentals, which is part of the Python basics course. I mean, this is the Python fundamentals as part of the Python course. Okay.
Okay.
You'll also be giving database basics also, Git, GitHub also, MySQL interaction also in the Python basics course itself. Okay.
Okay.
In the Python expert course, we will be talking about the data science ML/AI basics, which are pretty much important for the data related guys.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay then.
So, yeah, you can skip the Python advanced topics, which is Flask, which is especially the Django. HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Django, you can skip. No need.
Okay.
Yeah.
But is it a continuous course? Like
It's a
how
continuous.
can I plan?
No, it's a continuous course. You have live sessions. You have also already available 100 sessions in your plate. Okay. It is up to you how to, which sessions to join, which sessions to, go through. But the course will be given it for you.
Okay.
Okay. The 100 sessions, the course, it will not be customized person to person to remove 5 sessions, to remove 10 sessions, to remove 20 sessions. That's not possible. Course entitlement will be there, full of sessions. But to grab what is required for you, based on that, you can decide. As I'm telling right now, in any of the live sessions also, you can ask which sessions I require. I'll be always able to tell you. Okay.
Okay. Sure.
For each sessions, recording sessions will be there, right?
Yes, 100%.
Even for data science also, this one, last one.
Yeah, of course. All 90 sessions we have recorded.
Okay.
Every session is recorded. We have Python batch 1. Okay, there is a videos. Okay, this is my thing. This is a drive, that's why it is only one. Okay, if it is entitled people, they will get everything. They'll be able to see everything, all the sessions, all the videos. Okay.
Okay. PySpark is not required, right? For these things.
PySpark is not required for these things, is not a question. Okay. Yeah. As part of Python expert course, we are covering this much. Okay. PySpark are, other like
It will not come in libraries, right? PySpark will not come in libraries.
No. Here it will not. Here it will not come. Okay. But for the ETL guys, for those people, it is better to explore them after this course. You will be able to learn quickly. Not a big thing. Yeah. Somebody is asking another question.
What is the duration of the course?
Okay. Here is the details. The Python basics goes around 1.5 month. Okay. And Python advanced is for 3 months. Python expert is for 4 months. But there are 100 sessions, which is already there. It is up to you. If at all you want to finish quickly, you can go through the next sessions also. Okay. If I say I'm at 10-15 session right now, so you want to take, you want to speed up, you'll always be allowed to check the 20th session, 21st session, or 31st session. Okay. That's up to you. If at all you want to finish more than within this time, like if you want to finish within 2 months, it is your effort and your time and your speed. But usually it takes this much time, because for the first batch, I have done as 1 month, I have done as 2 months, I have done as 3 months, but it has not finished. That's why I have updated to 1.5 month, 3 months, 4 months as a relevant time which we have spent, because it took that many sessions.
Okay.
Yeah. So whichever course you enroll, all the sessions you will get. Okay. We will be having live sessions. Parallelly, you can also go through your recorded sessions, which are readily available in your course entitlement. You'll always able to see the further sessions as well. No problem. Yeah. Any more questions?
December 1st, you are going to start, right? Both morning or either evening. Any one batch you are going to start, right? December
Only-
1st.
Yeah, any one batch. Only one batch.
Okay.
If the people miss out, they can always go through the sessions which are already available. No problem.
What is the discount? You are saying something discount if you are going to enroll, some discount actually.
Yeah. They're trying to give 10%, I believe. Okay, if straight away they enroll and they will get all this stuff immediately. Course enrollment, they will get the Python fundamentals. Sorry. They'll get the Python fundamentals. Okay. And the database basic sessions straight away.
Okay.
Yeah. Because until December 1st week, they don't need to wait.
Correct. Right.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. You can ask any questions. Any means any. Even in your current job, if you have any doubts, you can ask.
So actually, I wanted to, right now I'm a data engineer.
Okay.
AWS is also involved in it.
Okay.
But future, which cloud technology is better with data engineering, AWS or Azure?
Okay, that's a quite no, not a complex. What I can say is quite arguments kind of question. So we can't say you have to learn this or you have to you have to learn only one cloud or something like that. But AWS is a master. Okay.
Okay.
Remaining all kids.
Okay.
Because AWS is the guy who has come first with the cloud, who has all superset features. You understand what I mean by superset? Okay.
Yeah.
The subsets are Microsoft Azure, the Google Cloud, who are kids in front of AWS. With the infrastructure, how much they have, with the data centers, how much they have, with the capacity, what they have, with the features, what they have is, AWS is a always parent.
Okay.
And then the Microsoft Azure and then the Google Cloud. Now the Microsoft Azure is trying to ramp up and grab the market with their own discounts, with their own hard, deals with the, startups, with the small scale companies, with the mid scale companies, because the Microsoft is in the blood, in our day-to-day life. That's the reason they will try to push as a package along with the Microsoft products, what we use, like our Windows or, Microsoft 365 or all the Microsoft web servers, all that. Along with that, they'll also try to push the package for the cloud also with this amount. So that's how they will try to inject to make use the Microsoft cloud as well. That's how they have evolved, in parallel along with the Azure. Now the Azure market is also grown very significantly in last 5 years. Okay. So that's the reason what people say is hybrid cloud is better. Okay. So if you know the things like Azure Databricks is something hot topic where we hear. Okay. And in the AWS, as I said, it's a master which has everything. Okay. You have Python, compatibility to write any of your any of the services. Lambda services you can write in the AWS using Python. Okay. So you can access your S3 using Python. Whatever you want to do as a Python developer services or Python data engineering services, ML services, all that you can write the code with a Python. AWS.
Yes, in AWS, sir. It is like ocean, sir, actually.
Yes, yeah. Okay, you can write. So that's the reason, as I said, AWS is a parent. Okay.
Yeah, that is master actually.
Master.
AWS is master.
Okay, so the remaining people are just following the master. That's all. Okay, but as I mentioned, Microsoft Azure has grabbed the market with their own way of business strategy. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Any more questions? Any more questions? Somebody, yeah. Yeah, experience I have already answered. Questions?
In the class itself, in the session itself, we'll get the practice done, or we have to separately practice
No,
it?
no. In the session itself.
Yeah, that is better, I think, because
Everything
too
in everything in the session only. Nothing is out of session. Yeah. So we will be giving extra assignments for the first batch. To be frank, I couldn't I couldn't create the assignments. For example, I'll try showing where it is statements. Yeah, string methods. Okay, there's a material. So an extensive material for all these things. We have everything, it will be like this. Okay, I'll show you one material. Anything. Okay, so there are on every topic what we are going to cover in the session. There will be a material for you which will be shown like this to give you a syntax, to give you a quick example for you. Okay, and what and all the Python strings which we can do. Okay, the functions which we'll go through, and end of all the things we'll also be giving the assignment. Okay, so there's a format. I have assignments also, I believe. There's a recap, there's assignment. Okay, so there's an assignment like this, but some of the sessions I couldn't give the assignment for all of the sessions because most of the things we used to practice in the session itself. So I thought of no point giving again an extra assignment, because going through session again and the practice what we do in the session we'll upload then and there. If they practice again, that itself will take time for them. If I give this thing, this will be hectic for them. So that's what I thought. There's no point of giving again extra assignment. But what I do is for second batch, I'll try to fill the assignment for every session. For all the session, for all the topics, okay, I'll try to fill the assignment also, which will be an extra thing for you. I'll not be doing this. But what topics we have covered for everything will be practiced within the session itself. Okay, you can check out. So there's a data types in-depth practice one. Okay, like that. You can check any session. That's a session 6, right? You can check anything. So this is data types practice 2, then and there. Okay, anything you can check, like functions. So this is user functions practice, user function practice 2, and the material. For every topic, there will be material, there will be practice in the session only. Okay, that practice what we have done in the session, that will be uploaded for you.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything, any topic, it will be practice then and there. Oh, practice 3, then and there. Okay. Yeah. And you can see that IPynb. So IPython notebook. So this is Jupyter files. Okay. IPynb is a Jupyter files.
Sir, in which code editor we are going to practice for Python?
We'll be doing everything. Like,
okay.
Yeah, we are.
PyCharm or Anaconda, like something different.
No. So Jupyter is IPynb, which I'm showing here. IPynb is IPython notebook. IPython notebook is a Jupyter files. On the Jupyter, what we practice is a IPynb, okay, files. With the PyCharm, okay, or with the PyCharm, you will see the py files. Say, let me go to the oops thing. See, these are .py files. .py files are what we do in the PyCharm and the VS Code. Okay. So in the PyCharm, we will be doing the oops, we'll be doing multi-threading, we'll also be doing Flask also. All the Flask is also covered. Not only Flask, even the MySQL also with the all PY files with the PyCharm only. Okay, and the Flask is also with the Flask. Here's the Flask. Okay, Flask is also with PyCharm only. You can't do with the Jupyter, by the way, because this is a project. You can't create a project in the Jupyter. Jupyter is for a quick practice. It's like a notebook. Okay, you practice the samples then and there and see the results. It's not for the project. Okay, from the OOPS, you need to create a project. You need to create a project folder, you'll subfolders. You need to have a modules, packages. So you can't create a project modules packages with the Jupyter. You have to have a PyCharm or VS Code in order to create a project, in order to create modules and packages. Okay, that's where for a Python fundamentals practice, we will be doing with Jupyter. From the OOPS onwards, we will be doing PyCharm. Yeah, PyCharm and until Flask. And when HTML started, web framework, so HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and Django, we will be doing with VS Code. So all three we will be covering.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. Any more questions from anyone? Or we are good to wind up? I'll wait for 2 more minutes and I'll take you any of your questions from anyone. Any questions from anyone? Are we good to close the stuff? Good enough for today?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I'll take. Okay. Others, please. Are we good to close? Or do you have still questions? And this session will be whoever is joined this session, all will be getting this. This will be uploaded in the Raj Informatica YouTube, and this YouTube link also will be given it for you. Okay. You can again go and recap all the stuff. Okay. Somebody was asking any question.
No, we are good actually. I mean,
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay. Okay. If no more questions, shall I close this session from everyone? All of this, all good? Any doubts?
All good.
Okay. Thank you all. Thanks for joining. Thanks for your great time. Okay. I hope I try to put all your all my course offering what we are trying to do. Okay, and the tries and all your doubts, I try to I put my best to clarify your questions. Thank you all. Nice evening. Okay, good night. Thank you.
Thank you.